doing some car stories. Welcome back to the channel, and this time it's how I came to own an Audi Quattro. If you know anything about the Quattro, you know it was an iconic car in the 80s, transformed the rally scene, and was the first real four-wheel drive turbocharged rally car there was. It wasn't the first production 4x4 sort of saloon car. That went to the Jensen Interceptor FF, but they were a pretty niche market, and not many of them were sold, and they were heavy, sort of using a more traditional layout. Audi managed to lighten the transmission significantly, and that's why they became more usable in a car rather than a 4x4 sort of vehicle. So, how did I own one? Well, long story short, I wanted one, having worked for the dealers, Audi dealer, and driving them when they were brand new. I thought, oh, this is the car I would really want to get hold of. I had an Audi Coupe, which was the standard car with no flared arches, which actually came out after the Quattro. So it was based on the Audi 80 layout basically, and you could get them in coupe form. And so that sort of set me going on them, and I thought, well, I've got the coupe. Quattro is the next one really to get if you're going to have one. So I looked and looked and looked. For the money I'd got, I thought I'll get a 1983 car, 84 possibly, that's right-hand drive. Previous to 83, they'd all been left-hand drive only. And I thought, I'll get an early one. Should be able to do that. Anyway, that wasn't how it worked out, because I worked for a Honda dealers, and one of the sales manager came to me one day and said, "You're looking for a Quattro, aren't you?" Yeah. So he said, "Well, there's one going, and it's being sold by Receivers. It was a company car. Company's gone into liquidation. So Receivers have got it. They're selling it off what is really cheap. So why don't you make a call?" Well, I rang them up, and they wanted a lot more money than I'd got, about £4,000 more than I'd got, just over 4,000. And so I said, well, I'll come and have a look anyway. So I went and had a look, and it was a beauty, absolute beauty. Company car, so managing director's car, been really well looked after, a full service history and everything with it, and it was an absolute corker. But it was a 1988 car, and I thought, oh, I've got nowhere near the money for a 1988 car, even though it was booked at around double what they were asking. So it was a over £20,000 car really, and they were asking 11,000, and I hadn't got anywhere near that. So I'd looked at it, made them an offer that I could afford, and they laughed me out of the building basically, and no way you're going to get it for that price. So fair enough, went away, and then a week later, so I'll ring them up, see if they still got it. Still had it, still said they had a better offer than mine on the table, and I reassured them my offer was firm, and could do it if they wanted to do it. No, they're going to wait for this better offer. Second week, same story. Third week, same story. And then an hour later, they rang me back. So if you can get the money I'd got down there that afternoon, bear in mind this is £4,000 less than they wanted, so it was about 2/3 of what they were asking for. So if you can get the money here this afternoon, you can have it. So I went and built this. Well, I told my boss first, I said, I don't care, you can sack me, I'm taking the afternoon off. He said, no, if you can get a car like that for that price, go with my blessing. So straight down the building society, get the money out, which, given it's your own money, it takes far more hassle and effort to get your money out than you'd ever believe. But got the money out in cash and then went down to pick it up, and then got all the insurance sorted and drove it back, and fantastic. I could not believe I'd got this car. It was incredible. You know, I paid, in the end I paid £6,700 for a 20 odd thousand pound car, and I couldn't believe it. So that's how I came to own an Audi Quattro, and I had that car 8 years and loved every minute of it. It was a brilliant car, and if you got it right on a really good A or B road, you got it right, and just the drive was fantastic. Absolutely brilliant drive. You could really sort of get it to motor on A to B across the fast A's and B roads. I don't think they'd be much quicker in them days. You know, nowadays we've moved on a long way with cars, and your average hot hatch or even reasonably large saloon has got 200 plus brake horse now, whereas in them days 200 brake horse was just unheard of. You know, everything else was, you've gone through cars that had got 100 brake horse if they were sporty. I think the Audi Coupe was about 115 brake horse, and so you've gone from that to a 200 brake horse car in night and day. And it's sort of, you go in slow into the bends and floor it as soon as you start turning in, and by mid corner the turbo comes on song and it just catapults you out of the corners. It's a fantastic drive, and then just hammer down the straights, and then, like I say, brake a little bit harder for the bends, but go in relatively slow, but floor it as you go in, and then just drag yourself around the corners. It was extremely good fun. Extremely good fun driving. And we had a great time with that car. I did a lot of mileage with it. Bought it in July, 27th of July I bought it. And by end of August I've done, I think it was 12,000 miles in it. I drove it a lot in the first month, and then I parked it up for goodness knows how long afterwards. Parked it up to get the mileage back down a bit on it, and that was then I didn't use it for that winter, just garaged it and used it as a summer car mainly. I did some part of its life, I did take it out in the winter and snow and just see what it was like, and it was absolutely awesome in the snow, especially if you put new tyres on it, and it was absolutely awesome. It was incredible. But so I did. I like that car a lot. I regret selling it, but not because it's worth a whole lot more than I paid for it, but just the fact that it was a brilliant car. And you look at them now and they look quite small, but in their day they were, viewed as quite a large car. But now you look at one and it's like, oh, that's quite tiny actually, by comparison with today's cars. So that was how I came to own an Audi Quattro, and I had that, like I say, 8 years, and loved every minute of it. Thanks for watching, guys. See you again with another story soon.